Hey, what up, y'all? All right, man. So, I was traveling. I was in Puerto Rico all last week. Um, and then I left late coming back home. So, I didn't see most of week one. But what I did see was the Monday night game. And you talking about, I don't care what happened. I seen highlights. I seen all the highlights. But watching that Monday night game made me feel like I seen it all. You know what I'm saying? That game was crazy from start to finish. I mean, the Raiders started out sluggish. Lamar Jackson started out pretty fast. He started out kind of fast. And as the game went on, you see the Raiders start to settle in and figure out where they was going with it. And my thing is, I don't like the fact that like the limited playing time in the preseason for Derek Carr and those dudes and some of those starters. I feel like you got to play in the preseason. You got one less game in the preseason now and one more game in the regular season. So you got to come out. You got to have your timing right. You got to be in sync, man. The offensive line got to be in sync. Injuries is a part of football. These dudes know that. They signed up for it. So it's like, okay, you can't not play in the preseason because you don't want to get injured. But that's what happens. And then you have you put out a product that you looking at it and it's like, all right, same old Raiders. And with the amount of injuries that Baltimore had, major injuries to major players, that should have been, honestly, the game should have started the other way and finished pretty much the same. The Raiders should have controlled that game throughout, but the defense controlled the game throughout, to be honest. Their defense was really on point, man. I was surprised. But they got some new faces on defense. They got some guys that come from a different culture on that defense. So they was getting stuff done that you usually don't see getting done. They was getting off the field. They was getting after Lamar Jackson. They was getting to Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They gave up a big play at the beginning, I think like on a 4th and 1 for a touchdown. But for the most part, the Raiders defense is what won the game. I feel like David Carr got tunnel vision for Darren Waller, and that's going to get them in trouble at some point unless he figures it out. But then at the end of the game, Edwards took over. Renfro made some big plays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got other receivers that's capable and is actually very good. But he wouldn't know that because you don't play in the preseason. So how would you know? How would you know how them dudes is feeling tonight? How would you know? It's just a bunch of timing issues and I would even say trust issues because you ain't throw to them all year. You see them every day. You throw to them in 7-on-7s, but you ain't throwing to them with press man coverage and them finding their way in a zone, finding a soft spot in a zone. So, that's what you get. But I feel like they look good. They look good. They played fast on defense. They took chances on offense because in overtime, like, they was going deep a lot. And then for in a football sense, why Baltimore played a zero coverage at the end when he just threw the ball deep twice. He just tried to throw the ball deep twice. He been throwing the ball the whole overtime. even threw an interception. So why would you play zero coverage? Okay, yeah, that didn't make no sense to me either. But, it is what it is. Walk-off touchdown to Zay Jones. Deep ball. The DB just, I think when the DB turned around and seen that he didn't have no help, it looked like he just stopped halfway through the route. So, it is what it is, It was like the game had so much going on, man. It was just like back and forth, man. The Raiders was down double digits and they came back, and that's a shout out to them because we all know before wouldn't have been no comeback. And I'm even like last night I had a couple polls on my Twitter like is John Gruden on the hot seat? Because I feel like, man, he got a lot of money and he got a lot of freedom and he don't got a lot of wins. So, last night, injuries aside, because like I said, injuries is part of the game. Last night, I feel like the guys played above expectation. You know what I'm saying? The crowd was going crazy. The crowd was live. The crowd was lit. And, they fed off of that. They fed off of that because they was all over Lamar Jackson. There was nothing easy for Lamar last night. Even what would appear to look easy, he'll break a run, he'll scramble in the pocket. He was in trouble all night. They was in pursuit of him all night. And that was a good showing of new stadium, packed stadium, and you hope starting a new culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for the Raiders being good. I'm all for like, cause it gotta change at some point. When they threw the interception, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. If they threw the interception and I'm like, does the bad luck just continue on, man? Like, are you kidding me? Because they originally threw a pass and it appeared to be a touchdown. They did the replay, the new replay system. His knee was down before the ball crossed. Cool. You're on the 1 yard line. You get stuffed. You get a penalty. And you throw an interception. It's like, those is the three worst things that can happen in order, and they happen in order. And once they happened in order, I was just like, there's no way that I just watched them get stuffed on the goal line, get a penalty, and then throw an interception. I was like, there's no way I just watched that. You know what I'm saying? But they shook it off though. They shook it off. They was able to shake it off and get the win, man. And shout out to them for getting a win. They I believe they go down to Pittsburgh next week. You know what I'm saying? They coming down to us next week. So it's gonna be rowdy. As that's a historic matchup. Two of the more popular historic franchises. So, and it's always a dogfight. It's always something to see. You know what I'm saying? That's always a dogfight. And the Raiders got the newfound confidence. Got a 1-0 record. Pittsburgh got a 1-0 record. Beat a real good team in Buffalo with an MVP candidate in Allen. So, hopefully both teams will come in there riding high. got your edge rushers, your receivers. Everything's popping. You know what I'm saying? Everything is clicking right now. Even though it's just 1-0, everything's clicking and it's shaping up for a real good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Sunday at 1 o'clock, man. It's shaping up to be a real good matchup. Hopefully the game will live up to it. Hopefully the game will live up to both of their games last week. Nothing but excitement, even go down to the wire. You know what I'm saying? How dope would that be? So we just, I think I'm going to go live during that game too. I'm going to go live during that game because it's going to be lit. It's going to be, the atmosphere is going to be crazy. The atmosphere is going to be crazy. I might even have to stay where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I might even have to stay where I'm at because if the Steelers lose, I ain't going to be in no shape to drive home. I'm going to be in shambles, baby. I ain't going to front. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shout out to the Raiders. They played hard, they balled hard, and they came out with a big-time W last night, man. When it looked like the chips was down, they put it together. They came out with a big-time W. So, you know, shout out to them, and see you Sunday, man. See y'all Sunday. All right, man, I'll see y'all.